if you've just started working on your dream life, these things are bound to happen and you need to be okay with it. Hi everyone, I am Darshani and welcome back to another video. It's been a while, I know. I'm sorry to myself also, but this year I have decided that I'm going to do my quantum jump and I'm going to create good quality content for myself and for others. I'm not going to care about the lightings, I'm not going to care about what I'm wearing, I'm not going to care about if I have makeup on or not, I'm not going to care about how I look. I'm just going to create content because for me, putting out this content is more important than anything else in this world. But before we get started on today's video, go subscribe and tell me what has changed in your life after you started changing your dream life. And let's go and see if your comment matches the things that I talk about in today's video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Part 1 is the isolation stage. Nobody tells you when you start working on yourself that you're going to lose friends, you're going to feel lonely, you're going to doubt yourself every single second, and sometimes you're going to make mistakes that are going to harm you. But that doesn't mean you're failing. It only means that you're evolving and getting better. You are not behind, you are actually on the path where most people don't have the courage to take. And this is what nobody tells you about when you start chasing your dreams. When you decide to build something new, whether it's your business, your YouTube, or a new version of yourself, you will start losing people who are not aligned with you. At this point of time, you will crave for deep connections, but you will lose out on people because they don't align with you. The loneliness that you feel, it's not a punishment. It's actually a space that you are creating for the right people to walk into your life. I have heard so many stories of people, especially businesses, that are running behind a client, but they are never able to please them, and the client is very cruel to them. But at the end of the day, one day when they just realize that they have to leave the client, the right clients will walk in. Yes, a couple of days will be difficult, a couple of months will be difficult, you'll be in financial crunch, or you'll feel so lonely or so bad, but the right people will find their way to you. When I left my own city, when I left Goa, I felt so lonely because I was all alone in this big city called Bangalore, and I thought that I will never find my people. But as soon as I started making space, and as soon as I started letting go of people who didn't add value into my life, my real friends came along. I found so many people who were absolutely in love with me, who celebrated me. They didn't tolerate me, they celebrated my existence. They are still my greatest friends. And the ones that I left in Goa, only a few, they found their way to me and they genuinely love me. And those are the friendships I absolutely cherish. I recently celebrated 10 years with a friend. The way she talks about me, because she's seen me grow, that is crazy, and she's proud of me and I am proud of myself from what I have become from where I was. So chasing your dream life is going to be isolating, is going to be lonely, but you know what, it's going to be totally worth it. 2, you'll have a lot of self-doubt and uncertainty. Some days you will question everything. Am I good enough? Will I fail? What will happen if I fail? How will people talk about me? What if all of this means nothing? What if all the work that I'm putting into my YouTube channel, my workouts, my fitness journey, my business means nothing and I lose out on everything? Because self-doubt always sneaks in when you least expect it. Every person who's trying to build a dream never knows if it's going to go perfectly because you never know what is going to happen. The future is unpredictable, but the difference is they never stop. Like you don't stop and I don't stop chasing our dream lives. A couple of years back when I was looking for a job change and I had no job at this point and I was jobless for first time in my life. There was 1 month and there was second month and there was third month. The fear started creeping in. I started thinking all of this was not worth it. My MBA was not worth it. My working out was not worth it. My everything that I did, the personality I built is not worth it because I couldn't find the job. But you know what that led me to? This channel. This YouTube channel has been a space where I am able to share what I like, where I am able to show what I like. And it gives me so much joy to put in this work. Yes, my job right now gives me the money, gives me the fame, gives me all the attention. But this little nook right here has all my heart. And I know someday it's going to go so big that this is going to be my only way of making money, and I can't wait for that day, and I will put everything in my life. But that honestly does not mean I don't feel like, okay, my YouTube is worthless, I'm worthless, why am I even putting this effort in? Self-doubt always creeps in. But you have to remember, you never stop chasing, you never stop being your own self and building the life you want. You know, I've heard so many creators talk about this, that they've been working like 4 or 5 years for on their content, but one of those reels will go viral, which will make them so famous, which will get them so much money that they could have never made while staying in a 9 to 5. I hope and I dream and I genuinely believe that this is my purpose, and I hope that you can also find your purpose and work on it and never stop, even when there are hurdles on the way. Point number 3, part 3, is you will make mistakes and you will have setbacks. You need to accept the fact that you are not perfect. I am not perfect. Nobody here is perfect. And you will have failures. Sometimes there'll be really costly failures and you will fail so many times, but that does not stop us. You'll make mistakes, some costly ones, some cheaper ones, some that will make you lose your mind, your friends, your family. Sometimes you'll launch something that will flop. Sometimes you'll invest all your energy, time, and everything that you have in something, but that will not work out. But every mistake you make is a layer being peeled off. It's taking you closer to the core. You're not failing, you are actually learning. And this time, the best advantage is you are learning quicker because you learned from your mistakes, you learned from your setbacks. Where I did not know anything, I just knew that I wanted to be in front of the camera, and that just made me happy. I started making like this cute comedy scripts, just like something that will just like a quick laugh. I never wanted to get into stand-up comedy. I sometimes really find stand-up comedy a little offensive. Don't kill the messenger. I just feel that way. You might feel different ways, but I honestly did not know what I was getting into. But then I failed so terribly. I failed so terribly. If you do want to check out the initial videos I made, like scroll down on Tap for Dash on Instagram, and you will see the camera quality was bad, the mic was bad, the phone was bad, everything was bad. But that honestly gave me the confidence to sit in front of this camera and talk for 15-20 minutes. In fact, that's the only reason I got into social media marketing. I'm a social media marketer right now who's constantly in front of the camera, constantly has the limelight. That could only happen because I failed terribly in 2020 and I made a fool of myself. Because those mistakes and those setbacks are the reason I am able to survive in this social media world today. So all the failures that you have right now, these are small lessons where you learn from and do better the next time. The point number 4, okay, this is the most difficult one. You're always gonna feel like the odd one out. Always, constantly. In your family, you'll always be the weird one, the one who dreams too big, the one who never goes in the traditional ways, the one who doesn't follow any rules. But you know who does big things? The people who actually don't follow rules. You will always be reminded that you are the odd one out in your family, in your friend group, in your society. But will that really stop you? If you are the odd one out, if you are doing something that your generation has never done, that means you are breaking the patterns that were created by your ancestors and you are creating something for yourself. Listen, when I was 21 and I moved out to do my MBA, where nobody in my family had done an MBA. Nobody in my friend group was going to do an MBA. That too, especially getting out of your comfort zone, going from Goa to a big city like Bangalore. Everybody made fun of me. Everybody thought I was weird. I go back to Goa, I meet my friends. I love them. I love them so much. But I also see the growth that I could get because I took that jump, because I was the odd one out. And it honestly lets me build the life that I want to build for myself. The 5th point, everybody feels this. There is this feeling of feeling behind. Everybody feels this, okay? You, me, your uncle, your auntie, your manager, everybody feels this. The feeling of being behind. You'll scroll through Instagram one day and realize so many people are doing better than you. 19-year-olds are starting their business, becoming millionaires. But their race is so much different than your race. People are buying houses, people are getting married, people are getting bigger promotions, they are living their big life. And you start to wonder, when will I figure out? When will I figure things out for myself? What if your timing isn't broken? What if your time is just about to start? What if you're not too late and your universe or your angels or your God is smiling upon you because you are going to make that quantum jump right now? I am almost about to be 30 right now, which is crazy. But there's a competition brewing inside me at all times, which tells me, hey, I don't have my car, I don't have my house, I don't have a Jeep, I don't have my business, I'm not married yet. And there is constantly something that keeps stopping me from what I want to do. And this feeling keeps making me feel that I'm so much behind. I still don't have what I wanted to have. But this feeling, it's very normal. This is how I felt a couple of years back. The change was about to come. So if you have been feeling all of these things, that means you are actually chasing your dream life. You need to start normalizing these things, because when you normalize them, you understand that you are doing better and you are doing what you want. Yes, it'll be lonely, you'll lose out on friends, you'll be distant from your family, some people will think you're weird, you'll make a lot of mistakes, you'll fall behind, and most importantly, you will doubt yourself consistently. But it's all a part of the process of becoming you, the dream you. Keep going, because your future self is watching you and you have to make her proud. If this is you right now, drop a little heart in the comments below and tell me which of these things did you relate to and what more is there which I might have missed out. If this video made sense, click on the subscribe button, like, share, comment on this video, show all your love. Follow me on Instagram, which is Tap for Dash, and I'll see you in the next one. Loads of love, Tap for Dash. Version of you.